A safety upgrade on Maybank Highway is ahead of a schedule, but right now using the wrong crossing could cost you. Our Simone Roberts joins us live in Charleston with what drivers and pedestrians need to know about it. Good morning, Simone.
Well, good morning, Shelby. So this crosswalk right here at Maybank Road in Woodland Shores is where you need to be. You actually just need to press this button right here. And while it may seem more convenient, the mid-block crossing is still under construction and you can't cross there. Now, last week, some pedestrians learned that the hard way when they received some citations after crossing illegally. Charleston County launched the program back in January after a series of accidents on Maybank Highway involving drivers taking the curve too fast, putting walkers at risk. And right now, some drivers are still making illegal U-turns or jaywalking. Now, the new mid-block crossing and median are still under construction, but when it's finished, the project will add sidewalks, a landscape median, fencing, and a flashing crosswalk system, making it easier to cross to safe even after dark.
It's also going to have a mid-block crossing where people will be able to cross safely in front of the poorhouse. The crossing will consist of typical striping, but also have RFBs, which are visually very pronounced, so people will be able to kind of see that crossing much better.
County officials say that the construction project is ahead of schedule and should be finished by June 30th. But right now, the message is simple and clear. The safest route for you is the one that's already open, and it's the only legal one. Reporting in Charleston, I'm Simone Roberts, Live 5 News.